Now, the same kind of plan I have for doing the business. And this is, again, picking up a habit that you do day after day after day, and it starts to add up. So when you're out there recruiting, we already talked about talking to 10 people a day about the products. We also want to talk to 10 people a day about the business. You want to talk just enough to 10 people a day to invite them down to some place to take a look at the company. Now that place could be your apartment, that place could be at the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday that's going on in the hotel, it could be at the local coffee shop, it could be in their office, it could be in their house. It doesn't make a difference where it takes place, okay? But you're talking to 10 people a day to invite them to go somewhere and hear about the presentation, okay? Now, let's say you're only going to do that for 22 days because we're giving you off on the weekends. That's 220 people that you would have invited to come down and take a look, okay? And let's say that you really are terrible, okay? Because I know most people, you invite, how many, most of you get half to come down, right? Okay? Let's say you only get a fourth of the people that come down, because I don't want to say it's going to be that great, okay? And I'm going to show you how this works in a minute. Let's say only 50 people show up at the business opportunity meeting. How many of you, if you had 5 people at the business meeting, would at least sign up 1 out of 5? Okay? No, everybody. That's what I thought. Okay? So now let's say that out of the 50 people that showed up, you're only signing 1 out of 5, so that gives you 10 first-line distributors a month, and that's what you want to have. Now, maybe every month is not like this, but this is generally the plan of what you want to have happen. And the reason that you want to have this plan is consistency month after month after month adds up. And here's what I've basically seen with recruiting 10, okay? And sometimes you get better odds. Sometimes you recruit 10, nobody does it, okay? It's just the way it is. That's why you want to be consistent every month. Sometimes you recruit 10, you get 5 supervisors, okay? But most of the time what happens is 3 or 4 of these are going to be wholesale customers. 3 of them will drop out, they won't do anything. And then a couple of them will become what I call the hot distributors, okay? And they say, listen, just tell me what to do. I'll do anything that you say. I want to go. I love everything that I've seen here and stuff, okay? But I want to get back to this plan here just for a second, because you've gotten 10 first-line distributors. We're talking about 2 people that would be hot that would become supervisors. So if you've gotten 2 supervisors during the month, if you did that for 12 months, that would be 24 supervisors. Now we go back to your customer list. Remember, you had 50 customers, okay? Out of 50 customers, I promise you, at least 6 of them will become supervisors, okay? So now you've got another 6 supervisors out of your retail base, which is giving you 30 first-line supervisors for the year. So if you stuck to the 10 plan on talking to people about the product and 10 people a day about the business, you will have at least made $50,000 or more on this the very first year. So 30 first-line supervisors, and you got your 50 customers, and that's made your first year minimum $50,000 or more, okay? But now let's check out what happens the next year. Next year you get another 30 first lines, okay, because you've gotten your 24 by recruiting 10. You've also gotten 50 more customers, so 6 more become supervisor from your customer base. So now you've got 30 from last year, and you got 30 supervisors from this year. That's 60 first-line supervisors. One thing that's great about Herbalife is everything is a percentage of everything. In other words, when you go out there and you're talking to people, okay, a certain of the percentage of the people that you talk to are going to say no. A certain percentage of the people are going to say yes. A certain of the percentage of the people that say yes, that get into the company, are going to drop out. A certain percentage of the people that get in are going to be wholesale customers. A certain percentage of the one that get in are going to become supervisors. Then when you start getting supervisors, a certain percentage of those supervisors, they're going to get onto the world team. A certain percentage of the people that get onto the world team are going to become on the get team. A certain percentage of people that get onto the get team are going to get onto the millionaire team. And a certain of the ones that get onto the millionaire team are going to get onto the president's team. Okay? So, let's say that out of these 60 first-line supervisors, that only 5 get onto the world team. And then let's say that only 2 get onto the get team, and 1 person gets onto the millionaire team. Now, as a sponsor, you make about 75% of what your first lines make. Okay? So if we take up what these guys are making, and you get 75% of that. So first of all your guys have had to make lots of money. That's one of the great things about Herbalife. If they make money, you make money. The more money they make, the more money you make. That's a great thing. That's not the way it is in the typical business world. But if you got 60 first-line supervisors and only 5 got the world team, 2 got the get, and 1 got the millionaire, you just qualified for president's team, and you will have made at least $125,000 for that year. Minimum. Minimum. For just talking to 10 people a day about the products and 10 people a day about the business.